So we're back again with yet again another episode of Twilight Princess. In the last episode, we have began the process of recovering Illy's memory. In this episode, we're going to finish that process once and for all. But before we even think about doing that, I want to get a few more things in Lake Hylia's cave. It's a few more postals, like the few more that I can access at the moment because I have very few left. I may as well do it. I didn't see myself doing it now, but I may as well because I'm going to do it anyway. Considering the fact that I don't have that long of the game left as far as my knowledge goes, I want to just get this out of the way. It's been sitting on my list for God knows how long now, so I may as well. But anyway, this ladder in front of us is where we want to go. But my last attempt of recording this episode specifically was so horrible that I'm not even going to show it to you. I'm so glad that I didn't even keep any original narration or commentary because it was so bad that I just ended up deleting everything. And thank God that I saved up this backup file because I can just make it to where I can just start over again. In the same episode, yada yada. But anyway, no need to talk about that emotional night where I just stopped recording and I just gave up for the night. So I'm trying again today so I can relax. So we're back from where we originally were. Anyway, so the first postal is going to be just kind of chilling past, I want to say, some fire slugs right over here. And we're going to knock these guys down, and I'm not even interested in getting this yellow chew with its lantern oil, because I already have enough. I'm not going to come back in this cave anytime soon, because I'm going to be done as soon as I'm done doing what I'm doing now, so get past these fire slugs that are just hanging from the ceiling, and go ahead and light this torch. Go into a wolf. Knock him down, and grab and snatch. And this is number 52. Number 53 is going to be right to the north section. If we whip out our lantern, and we just head completely northish. And, of course, there's going to be a Beamos chilling out here, so let's pick him out. And run this way. And, of course, while we're in this cave, we can get all the chests. Well, not all the chests, but a pretty good amount of chests that contain rupees that we couldn't previously get from back in the day. We couldn't fit these things in our wallet. Now we have the giant wallet, and we can fit a pretty good chunk in there, so. Good idea. Make sure you just kind of get as much rupees as you really need, if you need any at all. I'm not going to need a whole lot for the rest of the game, because I've already done a pretty good amount of money spending, as far as I'm concerned, but, yeah. Don't need them as much. I want a few hundred more, because I'm gonna end up doing something pretty expensive later on anyway. So anyway, we're gonna pick off this next Beamos, just kind of chilling right there, and go this way. Knock these fire slugs off the ceiling. Not fall down. And I'm noticing that they put these holes right in the middle of the cave, because if you fall down one, you gotta start all the way from the beginning of the cave, and it's not a good experience. Ouch. Got a nice cluster of enemies right there, like, holy crap. Ah! Jesus. Hit me right in the shin. This lantern, and light that. Go into a wolf. I want to say this is 53. Yep. Frickin' Tektites, you see what you do? These Tektites are the bane of my existence. Ain't gonna happen today. Knock that post hole down, grab, and snatch. There we go. Making sure this is the 53rd one, and we are good. I'm gonna head down this way. For the last Poe in this cave, I am so excited to get it. And I'm not even going to bother taking out these Dodongos or anything, because I don't need to do it. Just to fight my way to the end. And I'm putting these very tricky holes right at the very end because I want to test your skill to see how long you can possibly go through this cave, as a matter of fact. Because if you fall down this hole, or any of these, you gotta start all the way back at the beginning of the cave. It's not fun. Thankfully, I don't have to do it, so, because I made it. Let's go ahead and take out this Poe here. Grab and snatch. And this is number 54. Beautiful. And then we can leave and go back to the hidden village. I said we're going back to the hidden village as if I've been there already when I wasn't. What I want to do is go back to Kakariko Village and leave from there, since that's where we originally were before I even did this posthole thing just now. But yeah, and I want to point out something when I summon the horse, or at least Sir Glute, as if I named her already. I want to play the song as a wolf. Check this out. It plays the whole song, as opposed to if you played it as a human, it only goes da 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 da. If you played it as a human, if you play it as a wolf, it plays the whole thing. Kind of weird. Doesn't really bother me, but still kind of sticks out. You know, it's yeah. Anywho, just something that I kind of noticed. Kind of strange, but yeah. I was kind of wondering why didn't they put that same song as if you just played it as a human. Really, really weird. But yep, the hidden village is not even that far away at all. Very, very close. You see that red dot on the map? That's where we want to go, right past the Bridge of Elden. So, there's going to be these boars in the way. I want to knock these guys out, because they serve no importance to my life at all. Get them out of the freaking way, because I feel like getting them. And I didn't even get close to hitting that bokoblin sitting on top of the wall, but anyway. Right across from the Bridge of Elden, there is going to be something on our right. And if you take a good look, that big statue right there is called an owl statue. We're going to be dealing with a pretty good amount of those in this episode, because there are 6 of them, and each of them resemble a character of the sky. So, or the sky language, that is, in a book that we're going to get later on. But right now, we just need to get to the hidden village and find out what this whole prophecy is, so we can finally be on our way to the next dungeon. So, how do we do that? Well, first of all, there has always been a rock here. Wow, that arrow literally assisted me. That is nuts. Well, that's pretty rare for that to happen, because I barely ever see it anywhere else. But I'm expecting Darbus to be knocking down a rock. Darbus, you okay, buddy? Don't break your fists, man. There's a hidden village up ahead, little human. They all just call it a forgotten place. The scent that has been burning my nostrils. It is the scent of evil. There is one powerful creature I have seen about, but under that beast are many minions who attack and plunder like a pack of hyenas. There are 30. No, at most 20 of them ahead. There are probably just a small band of survivors, ragged remnants who have settled leaderless into this village. If that is all there are, little human, then you are alone, or more than enough for them. But you have to defeat them all to save that girl as benefactor. Before you go, I will tell you the secret to besting them. Destroy them all before they spot you. Got it, little human? You don't need to tell me how to fight, my dude. I made it this far, and this fast, over here, without any advice. I guess the only advice that I had was Midna, but still, what the hell is she? She's a freaking imp, running on my back as a wolf. Anyway, but welcome to probably one of my favorite places in this game. Mainly because of its music. Did those 3 taps sound familiar? My intros, dude. Anyway, the first 8 or 7 or so, you can kind of get from just kind of standing here. You don't need to go that far as much, because they're already kind of picking about. Just kind of standing here, chilling. Make sure that you get them Again, you can get like a good 8 or so. Just kind of chilling right there. And then you want to get them. There's going to be a few right in the back by that house over there. Make sure that you get a pretty good amount of them, and you're going to be good. There's 20, just like Darvin said. And it's going to be one right on the top of that pillar. And I thought I got them already, but I didn't. There we go. The next one is going to be right behind this window. And next in that room... And then the last few are going to be directly in the window right ahead of me. Ah. Yeah. Yeah. Get him. Alright, fuck this. Jesus. Ugh. There we go. Escape it, little guys. I was able to get him, though.
The howls of the beasts, they faded into silence. Wait, are you? The Savior, it's you, the Savior. Please, please forgive me for not opening up the door. My name is Impis. I'm the last resident of this poor village. My name comes from the Great One who built this village so long ago. This village was once the secret home of a proud tribe who served the royal family. But it fell into decline, and it became infested with dangerous beasts. It's become an awful place. Excuse me for asking, but is your name LSP? Ah, I knew it. So then you saved that nice girl. How lovely. When she was here, she would often cheer me up by saying you would come to help. That sweet girl, she worried about this old woman even as I helped her to escape from here. By royal order, I can't leave this place until a certain person arrives, no matter what terrible fate is visited upon it. Oh, but listen to me blather on. I have a favor to ask. Would you help me return this to her? I think she always kept it close to her heart, but even so, she didn't hesitate to part with it in order to protect me.
We get Ilia's charm. It looks like a horse whistle. But I could be wrong. Ilia left this charm with the woman who saved her. It is a clue to restoring Ilia's memory.
I believe in my heart that it's kept me safe all this time. So please, I ask that you return it to that girl. That dear girl deserves her charm back, and tell her that this old biddy was very grateful.
Yeah, she's grateful, alright. Something hilarious I wanted to point out. I don't know if this is like a programming issue or something that they forgot to fix when they made the game, but actually, no matter how far away you go away from her or hide, you won't even get close to transforming into a wolf. You actually have to leave the loading zone and come back if you want to be a wolf again in here. It's very weird. She can see through freaking walls. She can do all these crazy things, but she can't leave the fucking house. Are you freaking kidding me? Like, dude. Like, holy crap. Anyway, so leave the village, and you want to go back, because there's something that I want to do in here that involves being a wolf. It's kind of nuts, but believe it or not, the last howling stone is in the village. Crazy, I know. So go into a wolf form, and right off to the right is going to be a place right in this window. And if you break the second window right here, there's going to be a chicken just kind of hiding here. What does he have to say? The stuff hidden around here is all stolen monster loot. If you want some of that nice loot, just dig around to your heart's content. Did he say content or content? Whatever it is, the point is, you can dig around and find stuff to your liking. It's treasure, money, it's crazy, but anyway, this is the final Howling Stone. Let's have a listen. Let teachings of old pass to you. Take sword in hand and find me. The last time we'll ever hear those words. Sad day. But the place he is hiding is right in front of Hyrule Castle. That is the final hidden skill in the game, and there it is. But we're not actually going to go to it just yet. We want to go immediately back to Kakariko Village because Ilia is just waiting to get her memory back. I can only imagine how she feels right now, but let's go for it. Ilia, I'm home. I have something to give to you. Here, take it. I knew you once. Yes, this feels so familiar, the scent of hay. Long ago, when we were young, you and I, you were always there. You were always beside me. LSP. This gift was meant for you. It was something I wanted to give you before you left on your journey. Please, LSP, take it. You got the horse call. Ilia made this just for Surglut. You can even call Surglut even when you can't find horse grass. You don't need to worry about me any longer. Whenever you return, I'll be waiting for you. LSP, do you remember what I was saying about the Rod of the Heavens? Well, actually, it was about the messenger to the heavens who held the rod. The nice woman who saved me told me about it. Apparently, in this woman's village, they've guarded something for the heavenly messenger for generations, so they await him. But they can't get this item away until the messenger arrives with the rod. That is why the lady couldn't leave her village, you see. Say, LSP, do you have any idea who this messenger to the heavens might be, or even what the rod is? I don't think her memory is that brought back to the point where she can see what's actually in our inventory. But, in other words, we have to go and show the Dominion Rod to Impiz, who is just there. And I equipped my freaking Dominion Rod, even though it's not something I'm going to need anyway. But that's the horse call. That's a pretty good demonstration. But what I actually want to go and do is warp to the Bridge of Eldon, because it's basically my halfway point, because there's no need to go that far on a horseback for no particular reason, especially for the fact that we have the horse call that we can use. So, yeah. Nuts. Since we're here, there's going to be something else in the Hidden Village. I want to get a couple more things, but for right now, we just want to go ahead and show the Dominion Rod to Impiz, because she's been waiting to see what this answer has been all along. So let's go ahead and do that. Yep, horse call's pretty nice and dandy, isn't it? Let's go ahead and turn around, and I'll see you guys when I'm back there. So we're back to the Hidden Village. So what we want to go ahead and do is show her this Dominion Rod, and we're going to get something very special from her. Kind of nuts, but first things first, when you go back into the Hidden Village, there's something different about it. Something very different. Yep. You called it. There are cats everywhere. They're everywhere. So many little meows everywhere. But main thing for right now is we want to go into her room that she was hiding in when these beasts kind of took over when we first got here. Yep, she's a crazy cat woman. I kind of already figured that, but show her the rod and we're going to be good.
Hey, that rod. Is that a Dominion Rod? Ah, could it really be? Are you the messenger to the heavens? Among the legends of my clan, there is a story from the time when the Oocca still maintained contact with the royal family. Yes, it is said that a mysterious rod was handed down from the people of the sky, and it was called the Dominion Rod. The rod was only to be carried by the messenger to the heavens when the royal family needed to communicate with the Oocca. From generation to generation, my ancestors have guarded the book that, by royal decree, was to be given to the messenger to the heavens. This is that book. Please take it.
You get the Ancient Sky book, a book written in the Ancient Sky language. A word in it seems to be missing letters.
This book is written in the ancient language of skywriting. I am so glad I stayed in this village. If I had not met that young girl, what would I have become of me? Meeting that girl must have been ordained by the gods, so I can be here today to pass on this knowledge. You notice how she went, hi, at the very end of that sentence? What other Zelda game do we know that from? Yep, it is actually from The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker, when Grandma gives Link the hero's clothes. So, which leads me to believe, is the voice actor from Wind Waker, Grandma, the same one as Impiz in Twilight Princess? It could be something that is just really weird, but yep. Right after you leave her room, there's a postal just chilling here, waiting for us to get it. I don't know where or why that came now. I don't know why it could have just came when we got here in the loading zone to begin with, but hello. Come here. This is number 55. We have 5 more to go, and we're going to be good. But for right now, we want to warp back to Kakariko Village to give Shad his little gift. Be right back. Yep, Shad has been waiting to find out the answer all along. So, warping back and forth to the Hidden Village and Kakariko Village, 2 different villages, is kind of like a big turning point in Twilight Princess. It's like back and forth, running around, doing all these errands, and doing these crazy tasks. What a pretty good fixer-upper for the next dungeon, I'll say.
But still, we want to get the Ancient Sky book. This is the version that is completely empty. We need to go and fill it up full of things. So, in other words, Shad is going to have other opinions about the statue.
What's this? Oh, it's skywriting. Where in blazes did you get this? You don't suppose this could be the word that breaks the seal? Right, let's try it out.
No reaction.
So it is not the statue. Ugh. LSP, thanks ever so. You have brought me one step closer to solving this puzzle. I shall give the book back to you. Now, I shall try this word out on other statues. I have made the rounds of these statues so many times that I have memorized their locations. I will place marks on your map so you can find them, in case you wish to track me down. Remember, every one of those marks is near an owl statue. Now, if you'll excuse me...
Power has returned to the Dominion Rod. This mystical rod breathes life into ancient statues. The writing in the book was a spell that imbued the staff with magic. Now you can do to the other statues what you did before. So he did say he would mark your map wherever there was a statue, didn't he? And we should go check those statues' spots. Right, LSP? Couldn't read that, but anyway. But yeah, that is what we have to do next. So the task now is... There are 6 statues that we want to find across the land of Hyrule, so we want to do that right now. So before I even think about doing those, I want to talk to these guys really quick. I'll be alright, LSP. I'll be waiting here with the children until you return, so don't worry about us, okay? That acquaintance of Thomas is in the cellar right now. He's very interested in that ancient statue down below in the sanctuary. Yeah, I'm sure he has, considering the fact that the book that I just gave him didn't do a damn thing. But anyway, the place that we want to go to get the first owl statue is the Gerudo Mesa. So, what we want to do is, obviously, bust out our warping option, and we want to warp there right now. See that red mark? Yeah, no joke. Gerudo Mesa, here we go. The Gerudo Desert has, like, kind of always been, like, a point of router to me, because, like, I always did wonder, like, for as long as I've been playing Twilight Princess, where are the actual Gerudos? They're just gone. Like, they're just banished from existence. But again, they could be the actual Redeads that were imprisoned in the Arbiter's grounds, but still, that was a pretty good dungeon. But, hell, even I couldn't even figure out where the Gerudos might be, but still. They could be the actual, other sages that were just banishing Ganondorf for his dastardly deeds, because you saw that cutscene where he was just being tortured and chained, and I completely jumped off of that step when I shouldn't have. That's alright, because he's already like right here. Just knock him down and put him in that little corner. Just climb up this, and then jumpity jump, and we have the first guy character. We found one sky character. Missing part of the word in the ancient sky book has been restored. But there are still other missing characters. We have 5 more to get. And it is not going to be easy. But yes, so what we want to do is this one little chest here. It's not required, but I kind of just been wanting to get it anyway. Let's kind of just bring that statue there. Kind of shimmy our way over right here, that is. And put her right here. And then kind of make his way right there, that is. I want to say he's in the right spot. I think he's just about good. I don't want to, like, move him closer. I think he's good where he is. Yeah, we're good. Oops. I want to actually bring him this way, sort of. Yeah, I think we're good on that. And then move him forward. And then over here, kind of move him over there. And then we're good. Again, these aren't required, but they're like nice little picker-uppers for rupees in case you want to spend them later. Anyway, nice prize. Yes. The next place we want to go to is Castle Town. Not in Castle Town, but right next to it. That's where the next owl statue is going to be. We're going to go there right now and get our next character. This point in the game has kind of like always been repetitive to me. Not that bad, but still, it's just kind of off and on. It's not as bad as collecting the Triforce shards in Wind Waker, but still, it's just kind of a little warpish. It's way, way better than having to like sail around and going to like find things in the ocean. I'm not saying that Wind Waker is a bad game. Like, don't get me wrong, I love that game with all my heart. I always will. But still, it's just that part of the game is pretty repetitive. I guess this is like a way to like say, hey, we want to be repetitive, but not too much, not nearly as much as Wind Waker did. But yeah. That's just kind of my philosophy on this and that. But here's the next Sky character. And there we go. Number 2. We have 4 more to get. And the next chest we want to get, again, they're not required, but I'm just choosing to get them for recreation's sake, is right across from this little void here. So bring the statue as close as you can, like right about there-ish, and then just kind of climb up this, and then go in this little gap here, jump, and jump. And there we go. Little orange rupee. Yes! Money. The next place we want to go to is the Great Bridge of Hylia. We're not going to actually warp there, but I will go into a wolf form and run straight there on wolf. Because we can. Actually, you know what? We have a horse call. Why not use it? Why not use it, right? So, let's go there on horseback. I keep downgrading this horse call like it's some kind of just object that I use for like a one-time purpose only and just never use it again. It's just like, it's just a little square that sits in my inventory and I just don't touch it again. But I feel like I've been kind of downgrading that, so I'm not going to. But, hey, go to the north-ish and we're going to go to the Great Bridge of Hylia where the next statue is going to be. And here we go. It's kind of funny this time because getting the chest next to this owl statue, it's not really just about getting the chest, it's getting both of them, actually. This design is kind of finicky, but it's not that bad. It just kind of confused me the first time that I played Twilight Princess. But let's go ahead and knock him down with the Dominion Rod. Right there-ish. Claw shot, drop, tumble, and then the next Sky character. Number 3. We're halfway done. And there we go. So, the next chest that I want to kind of get is, you want to bring the statue all the way to like the midpoint center, right? Yeah. Right there. You know what I mean, mate? Right there. And then want to jump halfway, and then jump this way, and then chest is right there. 100 rupees. Easy. So, the next one is going to be in the Bridge of Eldin. Not in the Bridge of Eldin, but on it. But still. Go over here, and I'll see you guys then. I pointed it out earlier, but there it is. The little owl statue just kind of poking him out right there. And I want to kind of take out that bokoblin that's just kind of in my way at the moment, so let's just kind of do that. There we go. And then get our Dominion Rod ready. We're going to climb on top of this. Believe it or not, we can climb this. Nuts. Move you out of the way. The next Sky character is here. We have 2 more to get. Now, the next collectible that I want to get is very, very kind of tedious-ish. It's so kind of cruel that if you mess this up, the game is very mean to you if you mess this up, but to avoid messing up anything, make sure that you do not walk this statue off of the bridge. You're going to want to warp back here to respawn it, but you know, I don't see why anybody would want to do that, but I guess I just want to see what it's like just to not have the statue around. But basically testing the waters, like see what the player can really be capable of when they find new things. But it's just weird. I'm gonna put the statue right here, and right across this little void here, we can see that there is a ladder. If this bokoblin will stop shooting things at me. There we go. Yep. Right in that ladder over there, we want to jump and jump again. Climbing the ladder. And I'm almost out of arrows, as usual, because my stubborn ass is too lazy to go and get them. Or go and at least buy some, because I'm so obsessed with collecting rupees in this game, but still. Anyway. Ouch. And open this chest, and we will get heart piece. 38. Get a piece of heart, collect 2 more for another full heart container. Awesome. Get out of here. The next place we want to go is on South Theron Woods. It is the second to last owl statue we want to get. So make sure we go there. He's by the oil guy, Koro, pretty much. And believe it or not, there's going to be another piece of heart just kind of chilling there prior to when we get the last Sky character. So, make sure you go. No, man, I don't want to talk to you. Blech. Let's go straight and hallelujah. Kind of a peaceful little era. Back there, you know. Back there. Let's go into a human, and I kind of want to equip a pretty good bomb arrow for this, because why not? I'm so low on shit, but hey, maybe in the next episode, off screen, I'll just go and buy things. But believe it or not, there is actually another rock just kind of chilling here. Blow that open, and yeah, I totally forgot rupees. They're just so nice. Just to sit them here and just tell me that I got one every time. But there's the owl statue right here. There we go. And the next collectible is kind of like hard to spot, actually. Unless you're really that adventurous. But take a look over here. There's a big random hole in the ground. Kind of put the statue right there. And notice, we can jump all the way up. Right there. How do we do that? Well, turn into a wolf. And we go right on this little barrier rock here. And then just jump with Midna. She will guide the way. Thanks, Midna. Chest. Right there. How could it be any more obvious? Anyway. There we go. This is going to be heart piece number 39. And then we're good on that collectible. And the next place, and the final place we're going to go to for the final Skybook character is in the Kakariko Gorge. Right here. Go there, and we will be on our way. So right over here, right in this little nooky corner right here, we're going to find something way out of the ordinary. This big old nook, just kind of chilling there. And if anybody had went this far prior to even reaching this point in the game, they probably already wondered what this was for. But again, it's just a regular owl statue. May as well just get it, right? So, bring him out of his way. And this is the final Sky character. The ancient Sky Book is filled with the missing characters. It's a clue to finding a path to the sky. Awesome. We did it. We did it. We found a path to the heavens. But before we even think about wrapping things up, sort of-ish, there is something else that I want to include at the very end. But the last chest that I want to get is just right here. And yeah, it's kind of a funny little chest because you have to like hop paths and everything. It's kind of nuts. But jump this and put him right. I want to say right there. There we go. There we go. Chest. What's in it? An orange rupee. 100 rupees. Awesome. Now, there's one last thing that I want to include, and includes the hidden village. I will be back momentarily. The cat minigame of Twilight Princess. This is not an easy one, considering that it's more complicated than the last hidden village task prior to this, where you just kill 20 bokoblins and then you get where you need to go next. But this one involves a little bit of logic and reasoning depending on what order you want to do this in. There's 20 different cats you have to talk to. Again, it's more complicated than the one that you do prior, because they're not enemies, they don't give away their current position, but we'll get to that later. But right now we do have a letter from the mailman to read just before we do this. So let's see what he has. It's a letter from Shad, so I'm assuming that it's something that he has done involving the owl statues. We could read it to see what he actually says, because I just want to show this anyway, because the fact that he sent this letter, and it just happens to be here. So let's take a look at what he said. Dear LSP, after we parted, I tried that word on all the statues I could find in Hyrule. But it was a disaster, how disappointing. But if I let something so small get to me, my dear father will scoff at me from beyond the mortal coil. I'm going back to the sanctuary in Kakariko Village to see if I can't find another lead. I certainly hope that if you find any more information, you will share with me post-haste. The Dream Chaser, Shad. And that's about it. So, yeah, Shad will talk to you after you happen to get all the statues. But right now, we do have a place to get to the hidden village, so we'll get to that very soon. See you guys when I'm there. So coming here for the third time, it's going to be hopefully nice and bright out here. It doesn't really matter what time of the day you do this in Twilight Princess, but again, I did end up putting together my own method of doing this that I feel, in my opinion, is the best, and I hope this way works for anybody who wants to collect everything in Twilight Princess. So usually what people do to get past this particular side quest is take all the cats that they talk to and put them right behind this wall so they can't move. It's very time consuming, but it's very tedious. It does work, but it takes so much time. So I put together the method that works for me every time, and if it doesn't, you can always exit the village and come back, and hopefully the cats will respawn where they're going to in this attempt. You can always try this and see what works for you. So what I'm going to do here is go into a human form and hear me out. The way that I'm going to do this is use the process of isolation. I'm going to save one cat that doesn't move his spot for very last to talk to him, but when you're in a wolf form, the cats do tend to follow you around, but when you're human, they don't, so that's why I'm going back and forth to human. But here's the first cat, just kind of right there, and the second one just kind of is right there, but the one that I'm going to go into first-person view for, that cat right there, is the one that I'm going to save for last. So the third one is going to be right in this nook behind these barrels in this room, and this is going to be the third one. So there you go. And number 4 is going to be right behind this wall in this house. So make sure that you get him. I don't think he moves positions either, but he is quite obvious if you tend to go back behind that wall. It's kind of crazy, but this one here, I'm going to go into human form, and I'm going to save most of the cats on the ground for last, but I'm going to get my claw shot out here and go right up this wall. And there's going to be an orange cat right up here. That's number 5. And again, the cats on like the higher levels are kind of harder to get to, so I want to get them right out of the way first, just so that I can say that I got them. And number 7 is going to be right past this window that I'm going to break open just in a minute. You can do this as... It's possible to get through that window as a wolf, but it is kind of tricky if you don't know what you're doing. But break the window as a human, and you can jump in there when it's already broken. That cat's right in between the legs, but yeah. But it does take a lot of transforming back into wolf and human form. It really is kind of up there, but anyway, claw shot over here, and the likelihood of this cat right in front of you running over there of him being there is very high, so he's going to be there. I'm going to go back into human form, and then jump this balcony. And you want to get 2 more cats that are just kind of chilling right on this balcony. One is going to be in the room on my right. The one on the balcony is going to be first, that is. That's number 9. And the goal is to talk at least to 10 cats that are like on the upper levels. So I'm going back into human form and I'm jumping across this balcony again and going into the room on the right. He will be on the upper level right in front of me. So here's the brown one. This is number 11. And 12 and 13 are going to be those 2 orange cats right on the floor here. So this is number 12. And this is number 13. And then the rest you can just kind of shimmy and gather along on the ground outside, because there's a bunch on the ground. So make sure you get this. And these cats specifically. This point is going to be a little random because they kind of wander a bit, but make sure that you get a pretty good cluster like I did earlier in this particular quest. And the one on top of those boxes kind of tends to fall down at some point, but hopefully he shouldn't. If he does, you can always restart and do it again and again. But yeah, it's like you get antsy, you want to get these cats. And the one that also doesn't move is this one right in between these walls. So make sure you save him for your 19th one if you can. And then number 20 is going to be the one that I saved, again, just for last, like I said earlier, the one that doesn't move in this very corner. This one is number 20, so it is challenging. It's very, very tricky if you don't know what you're doing. If you want a pretty good method to do this, this one is what works best for me. If you have any methods that work best for you, feel free to share them if you can, but this one does serve as a really tricky one in the game. This will be the 40th heart piece that you get in Twilight Princess, according to my order, but yeah, as soon as you finish this quest, the heart piece will be in front of the old lady's house, so if you don't want to miss it, make sure that you do not leave the loading zone and go back to Hyrule Field. Make sure that you go in front of the old lady's house and get this, because it will not be there if you leave. You'll have to restart the minigame. But this is number 40. Heart piece collected 5 heart pieces and formed a new heart container. It also filled your life energy. Awesome. So, again, you're not alone if you're also struggling on this particular side quest. And you see as a wolf, the cats kind of follow you and kind of gather around because they like animals. If you're human, they tend not to do that. So, anyway, in the next episode, we are going to go further into getting to the next dungeon. With that being said, stay tuned. Subscribe, like, comment, or anything else. Peace out, everyone.